Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source for what's happening now in the world of electric cars. Today I'm going to reveal what I think was the most disappointing thing of this year in the world of electric cars. I know it's not really in the word, but we're just gonna go with it. And this is of course a part of the series of the first annual Ewards that I have. And if you want to see other categories, other videos, you can see the link in the description of this video. And for those of you who are joining me here for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex, and if you're interested in staying up to date with what's happening in the universe of electric cars, you came to the right place. Please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification icon down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, let's talk about the disappointment of the year, because you know, we had a lot. This industry had a lot of amazing things. We had surprises, we had amazing technologies, we just had new people coming in, new cars, new manufacturers all jumping in. The countries are, I mean, this has been a really good year, but there were a few disappointments, and I think we should hand out an award for those as well. All right, our first nominee is the new Nissan Leaf. I know it's a nominee in some other categories that I've had, and it's done pretty well, but at the same time, there were some disappointments, mainly because of its the lack of the active thermal management system, which the previous version also didn't have, and that was the reason why the batteries have gone bad so fast. A lot of people had problems with it. Nissan wasn't really that quick or wanting to replace them or fix them, and it looks like they're making the same mistake again. There's a word on the street that they're going to fix it the next year and a year after that, but they somehow ended up still putting it in there. They are claiming that the way they've designed it, that the air will just kind of cool it on its own as it's driving, but to be honest with you, it's pretty known fact that you have to have an active cooling system in order to have the lithium-ion batteries to be able to last for a while. So this is why the new Nissan Leaf, despite being a nominee in a lot of other good categories, is also a nominee for a disappointment of the year because of the lack of the active cooling system. All right, the second one, and you probably could have guessed this one's, yes, Faraday Future. You know, once they were like the startup of the year for the electric cars, and it had a lot of different talent. You know, this car was designed by the former BMW designer of the i8 and also i3, but all right, i8. And they had a lot of other bright minds in this industry, but looks like the mismanagement of the investor kind of turned CEO has brought this this company to pretty much ruins. There are some rumors that they might get some financing or being bought out, but overall this story is kind of sad. They also were trying to build a factory. They couldn't secure the finances for that, and they just kind of waiting to die unless something really happens very soon. So that's very unfortunate, and that's why Faraday Future is our second nominee for disappointment of the year. And the third nominee is Tesla's Autopilot second generation. And I know Tesla has been just kicking ass left and right everywhere, and you know, Autopilot, you know, if you watched other categories, Autopilot was one of the nominees for the best self-driving technology. But the disappointment doesn't always come from what it is. Disappointments usually come from what you expected and didn't get. And the problem with Tesla Autopilot, as I have a couple of videos about that, is because originally it was designed and created by Mobileye, an Intel company, and Tesla used their technology in their first version of Autopilot. But then they kind of had a bit of a divorce. And Tesla said, you know what, we're just going to develop the same features, just using our technology, our engineers, our software. And they've been designing it ever since. They came out with a unfortunately named Autopilot 2.0, which had a 2.0 hardware, which basically is able to, you know, drive this car autonomously. Autonomous driving is very much possible with this hardware, but the software was not only behind obviously level 5, but it was behind the Autopilot 1.0, and it still kind of is. I mean, they've been catching up. They've done a pretty good job catching up, but it's just too slow right now. If you're buying a brand new Tesla with a Autopilot 2.5 version, a bit of an upgrade there, you're still not going to have as good of the feature set as you had with Autopilot 1.0. And I have to say, with the amazing technologies, the amazing expectations that we have of Tesla, this has definitely been a disappointment because they haven't caught up to their own 1.0 version, and that is a disappointment. All right, so these are the 3 nominees, and before I reveal the winner, let me remind you that this show and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. And if you're looking for a discount code, I have it for you right here in the description of this video, so feel free to shop and use it as a gift from me and Evanex to you guys. All right, now let's reveal which I believe was the disappointment of the year. And it is, unfortunately, Tesla Autopilot 2. Yeah, I mean, you know, I have to say that, I mean, as most of you know, I'm a huge Tesla fan. I have 2 Teslas and both of them have an Autopilot, but they have an Autopilot 1.0, and I was almost jealous when a 2.0 came out. I said, oh my God, this, you know, the set of hardware is capable of fully autonomous driving, and it's just a matter of time when we catch up. And I thought they were catching up from what we had with 1.0 to the level 5, you know, just little by little by little, but turned out, because, and again, you know, I don't know what went there internally, and I don't think anybody ever will, but, you know, they had a bit of a messy divorce with Mobileye, and they decided to develop their own software, I guess knowing they really didn't have much. And, you know, a lot of features people expected when they were buying those and still buying those Teslas with Autopilot, and they weren't getting what their neighbors already had for a year, and it's still kind of the case. I mean, they're almost there, but still, you know, I definitely expected them to be much further. Now, if you watch one of the other categories for the best self-driving technology, it wasn't Tesla that was the winner there, it was Waymo, because they're much further than Tesla in that technology, and actually other companies are as well. So this is the disappointment of the year, but I gotta tell you, if the disappointment of the year is a self-driving technology that's working, we're doing pretty good as a community and just an electric car movement, I gotta tell you. All right, guys, if you want to see other videos, of course, you can see the list of all of them, of the E-Awards, in the description of this video. But for my Patreons, you guys have an extra one, which you voted for. You picked the sexiest feature of the electric car this year, and it's uploaded and is ready to go for you to view right now. And if you want to join my Patreon community and contribute to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Just like I said, the link is down below. All right, guys, this is it for me for now. I will see you next time, and remember to stay charged.